Hello, my name is Ian Whitehead. I am the Northern Region Lifelong Lead. Today I'm going to be showing you how to use the ARCP process on the Lifelong Learning platform. I'm logged in as a school administrator, so I'm going to show you how to create the ARCP, add panel members, add trainees, and then run the actual panel on the day to complete the outcome form. So I'm on the admin dashboard. You'll see here that I haven't actually created any ARCPs yet. So I'm going to click on View and Create ARCP. This will take me to an ARCP management page where all my ARCPs would be listed and I'd be able to go into them and edit them as necessary. You can also sort by the year of the ARCP, what status they're in, and who created them, so that you'll be able to see or edit any ARCP sent out by other administrators in your area. So I'm going to create an ARCP today. First of all, I'm going to have to give it a title, so I'd recommend you do something which means that you'll be able to find them more easily in a big list. And I'm going to put in when the panel is. You need to put in a description of the meeting. And then you can create the ARCP. This then takes you into a draft state which tells you the date of the ARCP, the description, and then you'll be able to see here that there's no panel members and there's no learners currently added. So I'll click on the Edit button. And this now takes me in to allow me to either edit the panel details, add panel members, or add learners. So I'm going to start by adding panel members, and this is done in the same way as trainees would select assessors. So I'm going to search for some panel members that I know exist. You're only able currently to see panel members in your area. I'm going to add in a Sue supervisor, and I'm going to add in Northern Trainer. Once you're happy that you've got all of the panel members that you want, you can click and add these members to the ARCP panel. You then have to give them a role in the panel. So I'm going to make Northern Trainee the panel chair, and then the other two are going to be panel members. You use a similar process for adding learners. So I'm going to add Tony. And then I'm going to add Northern Trainee. And then I'm just going to add those learners to the ARCP panel. So you would keep doing that for any other trainees that you were adding to the panel. Once you're happy that you've got your panel members set up and you've got the people who you're assessing set up, then you can finalize these and send them notifications. This will appear in the notifications bar when they log into the platform. So I'm going to finalize and send that. And now I'm returned to the ARCP management page, as you can see here, and I now have my ARCP, which tells me that I'm awaiting panel. If I click on this, I can then move it on to begin the panel and await outcomes. Once you actually have begun the panel, you are unable to edit the panel details and you're not able to modify panel members. So if you decide at this point that one of your panel members hasn't come, or you have an additional panel member, you should return the panel to draft, add in the additional panel member, and then come back and approve the panel. But I'm happy that the three of us are here now, and so we're going to begin the ARCP outcomes on this panel. So I'm going to click there. So this now tells me that I'm awaiting outcomes, and so if I go into the panel, I can now see that the learners are here, and I can use this to review the ESSR. So if I click on here, this will now show me what ESSRs the trainee has. There should be one for the panel that we're reviewing, and then we can go and review all the evidence from this ESSR. by clicking on the links within it. And then once we're happy that we've reviewed the trainee's ESSR, we can create the ARCP outcome form. So the first thing that I'm going to be asked is the period that I want to cover. So I'm going to go from the 1st of October last year, and I'm going to go to today's date, and I'm going to confirm the period and begin the ARCP outcome form. Okay. This is a standard ARCP outcome form, and you have to fill in all the boxes as you already would do. So not a dual specialty trainee. It's got my panel members already listed, and it shows the period that I've chosen. I now have to decide how many days out of programme from the form out of training rather, if they've had sickness or maternity leave, and then I can move on. You'll see here that the posts have already been put in from the trainees' placements. If they are incorrect and you need to edit them, you can actually go into the placement and edit the placement to say that it started sooner. So I shall move this and say that this actually started on the 1st of December 2017. So I shall move that in. Once I've saved it, I can then return to the ARCP, and the updated placement date is in. I need to document what documentation we've reviewed, so I'm going to put ESSR consultant feedback, MSF, logbook. And then I need to give a recommended outcome from the panel. So this trainee is making good progress, so I'm going to award an outcome 1. I need to select the grade at the next component. So for this trainee, he's going to be an ST7. And I need to put a reason for the outcome. Required rate. If they have an adverse outcome, then you would need to document the discussions with the trainee, the competencies which need to be developed, and any recommended actions. I then document what we've reviewed from a revalidation point of view. There are no current areas of concern, and I need to determine when we're going to review this trainee again. So I'm going to review him in March, because he's nearly at CCT. I'm going to say the Dean approves of the form. Because this trainee has not got an unsatisfactory outcome for the completed section here, I need to put not applicable, and then I can close and send this to the panel chair. If you miss anything out, and I thought I'd actually completed how many days this trainee had out of training, so I'll put that back in. You'll be informed, and then you can send it off to the panel chair. And on your panel list, it will tell you that this is awaiting approval from the panel chair. So that's a quick overview of how to set up a panel and how to complete an outcome form. I'm now going to show you the panel members view once they're added onto an ARCP panel. You'll notice here that there are 2 notifications on my dashboard, and if you're assigned to an ARCP panel, you will be notified of this here. In order to get into the ARCP panel view and to be able to review the trainee's evidence, you need to go to your Assessing tab. If you go to the bottom, you'll see where it says Next ARCPs, and there will be a list of panels to which you have been assigned. First of all, I'm going to look at the one dated 22nd of October 2018. Clicking on this, it will tell you that this is still a waiting panel. It will give you a list of the panel members and their role in the panel, and it will also give you a list of the trainees who've been assigned to that panel. Organisation of ARCPs takes place outside the lifelong learning platform, and you should be notified by the training programme director or the school administrator of which trainees you are expected to review the evidence for before the panel. In order to review the evidence, you need to click onto the Review ESSR tab. Should a trainee not have any ESSR, then unfortunately you are not able to review any evidence, and only completed ESSRs appear in this list. In order to review the evidence, we click on ESSR. This will then open the ESSR which relates to the trainee that we wish to review, and you are able to look through it and select any evidence that has been associated with the ESSR. Once you have finished reviewing a certain section, you can go back into the ESSR and open up any other evidence that is required. If you wish to review another trainee, then you can click on that and review their ESSR as well. I'm now going to show you some subtle differences that will occur if you are the ARCP panel chairperson. Prior to the ARCPs being convened, you'll get exactly the same views as an ordinary panel member, such that you are able to click to link the ESSR and review the evidence. However, once the panel has commenced and the panel administrator has switched the panel to awaiting outcomes, as an ARCP panel chairman you get an additional column next to the trainees. This is where it tells you the status of the ARCP outcome forms. Once the form has been created, it will tell you that it requires your approval. In order to do this, you click on the Requires Approval. This will open the ARCP outcome form, which you can review, and once you are happy that all the evidence has been completed correctly, you're able to send this to the learner. Once it has been sent to the learner will need to accept, and then the ARCP will be fully complete. If you have any other questions or queries, contact the Lifelong Learning team on lifelong@rcoa.ac.uk.